Okay, I am recording on two separate devices right now. There's no good way for me to do this that I can think of. So you're just gonna have to reference back and forth between the two videos because I don't know how else to do this. But here's what's going on. So on my computer, we're looking at the green dots that are the route SL -G RV -T04, which is what we're going to pull up on the tablet in Hauler Hero as well. I have Hauler Hero and Driver app. I've been testing them side by side, and there is a massive discrepancy here that's going on. So on the computer, I'm looking at very orderly route. Looks nice and routed, and now I'm pulling up on the tablet, pulling up Hauler Hero. Just for reference, I did see the alert, the announcement to make sure that I'm on version 1.5.20, which on the tablet we can see that we're on 1.50.20, build 261. And the deal is that if I switch to oh, this is going to be tricky because my recording stuff, there we go. So I'm looking at stop number 1 on the Hauler Hero app in the tablet, and if I click on the map view and scroll to where this stop actually is rather than doxing myself, let's see, I gotta correct the orientation for me, otherwise I'm going to be lost. It is telling me that stop number 1 is next to the Antler Ridge Lodge, which now if you're watching on the computer, so we can see stop number 1 up here where it actually is, and what the tablet is seeing. Nope, that's not even, it's further down than that. It's what the tablet is seeing is that it is clear down here in this location. So for the tablet view, where this should be is clear up here next to this stop 321, which stop 321 doesn't exist on the computer. So just for reference on the computer side, so my first instinct was that the location pin, that there's a container pin, and that the two do not agree. Okay, which is why we're asking for a report on what containers are not within a few hundred feet of their location pin. So right here, I'm on the computer, I look at the location pin, and the pin is in the correct spot off of County Road N1028. Okay, so following my assumption, is there a container pin? No, the container pin is zeroed out, which is what we've been doing to disable containers. And yet somehow the first 7 stops, it appears, so let me close that and go back to the route. 1 through 6, no, 1 through 7 that I see on the computer right here do not show up on the tablet at all. Stop number 8 does appear on the tablet and appears in the correct spot. So now if I look at stop number 8 on the computer, Location pin is in the correct spot where I expect it. And yet the container pin is zeroed out still. I don't have any way of joining these two videos, but as I'm actually looking at number 8, what I am actually seeing, while the container is on the correct road, it is actually not in the correct spot like it is on here on the computer. What I am actually seeing on the tablet is that the pin is showing up over here next to this house instead of here where it should be. That is so even some of these ones that are appearing in somewhat the correct location, like number 10 right here. Okay, let me go to number 10. So on the computer, number 10 is actually pinned up to the house, and on the tablet it's showing the pin down here at the road. So that's where the pin is on the computer, and obviously you can see where the actual pin is. So if I'm looking at the account for number 10, again, the location pin is appearing correctly, and if I'm looking at the containers, container pin is disabled, and container pin is disabled. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but what it appears to be is that there was a change made, and any container pin now that has a 00, which is most of our accounts because we do not use the container separation, is now, previously it defaulted to the location pin in the Holler Hero app. And now it would appear that that is broken, and it's pulling, I don't know where in the heck it's pulling container information from, because the containers that we're seeing now on the tablet do not exist anywhere on the actual Office backend on the computer. That is, I am so frustrated. I'm even more frustrated because if I load the driver app and pull up, so in the driver app, I pull up the same route. The version of driver app that I'm on is 1.8.17. And if I pull up that one and look at the map, and constantly have to toggle between satellite view, all of my pins are there. They're all in the correct location, right? So this one that was number 10 actually has 2 containers, so great, I can't see the other pin, and I don't know how a driver would handle that, but I understand that number 10 is not missing from the map. It actually is 11. That feels like a problem. I know that this is the beta of driver app and that it should not be used in production, but so that bug right there, not showing number 10 anywhere, I understand, but at least I can see where my stops are on the map, because, well, and right there I zoomed out and it shows that there's 2 there. I guess I'm not entirely sure what that is. I definitely don't have a location. Okay, it's blurring it out. It's saying that there are 3 in that area. whatever. I'm getting my ADD is getting the better of me here. But the point is that the new app, the beta app, is at least showing me where my pins are. And for the computer recording, sorry, I've been playing on the tablet for a long time. These green pins are showing up on the driver app just fine. Although they are, again, we don't use containers, so I would be curious to know if I set a container pin down there at the road instead of up at the house, if it would show up right there. But like I said, we don't use container pins for 90% of what we do. It just doubles the workload for us. But the driver app, as of this morning, with the announcement to make sure that we're on that current version, we have a significant bug. So I will take the app recording, the tablet recording, and upload it into Loom as well. The desktop view is already recording into Loom. I don't even know where I would have a container set or how long it would take to refresh the apps. But if I have to go set container location, and this has already been one of my complaints, if I'm going to have to go set container location on every one of these, of our 8,000 residential cans, I clearly here on the location I have coordinates. That's how I have a pin, right? And I've gone through to update and make sure that those location pins are correct, and have spent months fixing pins, because I understand we're in a rural area and addresses from Google Maps don't always work. But I have spent months updating the location pins. And if I'm going to now have to create pins for every container here, I have to have a way to copy this. Leaving it blanked out has worked up until today, and this is a major problem. Like I said, the Loom recording on the desktop is already there. I will get that sent off quickly, and the recording from the tablet I will also upload to Loom to be able to share, but I need a resolution on this ASAP.